Okay, got a brand new Borla exhaust system on this truck. It is insane the way it sounds. It sounds aggressive when you're obviously accelerating, has a nice mellow rumble when it's idling. It's not overly loud inside the truck, but God, it is absolute work of art. Black chrome. God, this is incredible. Wait till you hear how this thing sounds. So this thing sounds incredible. I don't know how much you can hear on the camera, but oh my God. Just listen to this. It's perfect. I mean, it sounds aggressive, but it's not too loud. And that's the thing that, you don't want it so loud that people that are not gearheads that are in your vehicle are like, what the hell is that? But it sounds aggressive when you're on the throttle. But when you're not on the throttle and you're just cruising, it has a nice low, mellow sound. Just love that. I'll get on it kind of hard on this next street so you can have an idea what it sounds like. I should have maybe gotten a place where there's less cops around. Okay, it looks clear. All right, here we go. That just sounds nice, man. So yeah, if you're considering getting an aftermarket system, you want it to sound good, really look nice, look no further than Borla. And just for the record, I'm not being paid by Borla to tell you this. No one pays me to do anything related to automotive. And God, it just sounds incredible. It really does. Oh man, that's never gonna get old. Oh, it's like my Camaro has that kind of aggressive tone. And this is the 5.3. I didn't think it would sound this good, but it does. Absolutely. Wow. Okay, I'm getting on Grant Line Avenue here. I'm going to try to get on it when I enter. I think the speed limit's close to 50, so I can get at least a good pull to 60. All right. I'll put the window up so there's less noise. And we got to wait for cars, of course. And there's always one person that just slows you down. That person, the VW. Okay, we're out. Wow. That sounded absolutely incredible. I'm not used to trucks sounding like this. Wow. So yeah, I know there's a lot of other systems out there, but I have experience because I've been buying aftermarket exhaust systems for cars most of my adult life. And I can tell you which ones are a complete waste of your money and which one is the ultimate. And it's definitely Borla. Stay away from Flowmaster. MagnaFlow in particular is horrendously bad. I mean, they are made, it's not even 304 stainless steel like Borla. Borla's 304 stainless. I think they put 404 in MagnaFlow, and it's just junk. And the thing is, MagnaFlow sounds good, it flows pretty good. You think you got a good deal on the price, but once you own that system for more than 10 years, you'll see. It'll just completely come apart. Just like the Flowmaster, which is even worse. If you bought any of those Force 2 systems from like the late 90s, early 2000s, those things will rot themselves out from the inside. I know that from experience on my race car. Just complete garbage. So I'm giving you good advice here. Save your money, wait if you have to, and then get a Borla. And the beauty nowadays is they put so much technology in this stuff. They've got a touring system, they got a sports system, and then they have the Atak system, which is the most aggressive. So you're probably going to ask in the comment section, which one is this? Now, I ordered this through my mechanic thinking it was the sports system, but he accidentally ordered the Atak. And I'm glad he did, because it sounds just exquisite. Like, and it really, the power comes on so much quicker now. Yeah, it's, I feels like it picked up 20 or 30 horsepower. Now, granted, I did more than just the exhaust. I put the Range Technologies dongle, which keeps it in V8 mode, and that will add some more ponies as well. So, yeah, those are two things you should definitely do if you get a new truck, because the problem with the whole DFM, dynamic fuel management, you know, by the time you get to 100,000, in many cases, not in every case, of course, the valve lifters start to wear. And then you get premature, you know, valve train wear, and you gotta get a new valve job, which is quite expensive. You can avoid all of that by just keeping it in V8 mode, or at least mitigate most of the effects of it. Now, granted, DFM was designed as a way to increase the efficiency, the fuel efficiency of the vehicle, and as a result, they do it using cam phasers. And what it does is, basically, it drops it from 4 cylinders down, I'm sorry, from 8 cylinders down to 4 cylinders. And by doing that, you know, you get better fuel economy. The downside of it is, of course, well, it's pretty complicated, but if you don't do regular oil changes and you get sludge in the oil bores, that can really lead to damage to not only the cam phaser, but the valve lifters themselves. So there's a lot more knowledgeable people that have talked about this that you can look up on YouTube that will talk about that. But that's the reason why I did it. The Range Technologies dongle. Now it's different. All the way to, I think, 2022, you can get this dongle and it just plugs onto your ODB2 port. But in my case, because it's a 23 and newer, you have to remove part of the fender well to get access to the ECM, and you plug it directly into the ECM. Now, I think the reason why they did that is because these trucks, modern vehicles in general, are easy to steal, because all you have to do is go through the ODB2 port, and you can hack into the computer, start it up, and leave. I mean, there's no key and no chip. And really, if you could just intercept the signal between the remote and the computer, you're in the vehicle without having to break or damage anything. So I think there's a new security system in place that probably prevents you from being able to gain access to the ECM through the ODB2 port. And that's my theory. I don't know that. I'm sure I can do research on that and find out. I'm sure some of you will tell me about that in detail. But that's my theory on it. So yeah, I don't know if you can get a good sense of what the speed is when I'm driving this thing under acceleration, but it's moving. It doesn't really look like that in the video because, you know, this truck is so stable and big. It's just not like being in a Vette, right? But oh man, this thing really feels like it picked up about at least 20 or 30 horses, and I think most of that's the Borla. Some of that's probably the Range Technologies device, just because it's keeping it in V8 mode the whole time. I realize that it only goes into V4 mode when you're coasting or you're on the freeway in 10th gear. I mean, it has its select moments when it comes into play, but it just feels like the power's better. And it's not just me that's saying that. A lot of other people that have made videos about this are saying the same thing as well. So, yeah, great combination. If you buy like a late model, like a 2023 and newer GMC or Chevy, I would get the Range Technologies device and get a Borla. It's like completely worth it. It makes the truck faster and such a joy to drive. God, the sound's incredible. Anyway, man, wanted to holler at you, give you that last little tidbit there. Hope you have a happy new year and everything goes good for you moving forward, all right? All right, everyone, peace out.